Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. You can see I'm in the truck, not on the property. So today, I don't know if you can see outside, but it's kind of yucky. And we are expecting rain. Well, it says that there's a slight chance of rain today. And then a possibility, it just says possibility of rain tomorrow. So obviously we're here. Gladys and Nick, they both get allergy shots. So we had to come in. They had an appointment first thing this morning. We actually were like 2 minutes late because we were supposed to have gotten up, left the house by 7:30. And we didn't even leave the house until 7:52. Yeah, and these crazy women thought that they were going to be able to bring some coffee into my truck and just a regular mug filled all the way to the tip top. I was like, no, you're not bringing that in here. Go put that in a travel mug. Because yes, I mean, this is a work truck. You know, I bought it to be a work truck, but it's brand new. It's a 2025. So, you know, I'm still going to try to take care of it the best of my ability, you know what I mean? And then with that, obviously, is, you know, trying to keep it clean to the best of my ability. Obviously, whenever we travel or whatnot, you're gonna have drinks, you're gonna have food, stuff like that. But I try to make it to where, you know, if we're gonna have a drink, have a lid, right? I have a cup, it has a lid. Yaya has a cup.
I'm trying to work this thing.
And it has a lid. And right now she's trying to play her game. Well, Mom probably took her phone, so you lost your Wi-Fi. Give me a second. Once I'm done recording, I'll give you Wi-Fi. Okay? Mm-hmm. You're just going to have to wait. So, what's going on today? Well, obviously, doing this because I was not going to be coming today. But I needed to get up to the big store, right? The box store to buy what I need to buy. Because obviously our stores in town, you know, they're decent hardware stores, but they don't always have everything that you need in stock. You know, not that they would, you know, obviously I can still get the same things that I'm getting today, but if I wanted to get it locally, I'd have to, you know, buy it online or wait for it to get shipped in and then go pick it up. And there's really only one store in town that even offers like a veteran discount. So, you know, plus the thing is being in a small town to where you do have, I mean, we really only have, you know, 2 hardware stores for the most part, you know, and, you know, that are decent. So, and with that, you know, if you don't have, you know, like a bigger city like this one, you know, you're not going to have that competition of other stores. So therefore you can kind of have, you know, a higher pricing because it's one of those to where, well, people are either going to buy it or they're going to have to travel a further distance, which this city here is an hour away from us. Right. So it's one of those, well, do I want to drive an hour to pay for cheaper, or do I just want to stay local and pay a little bit more, right? Well, it happens, right? It all depends. So if we always try to plan out stuff to where, like, if we're going to be in town for something that has already been scheduled, or we know that we need to come here for something, those are the times that we try to schedule going to those stores, you know, because basically you're killing 2, 3, 4 birds with one stone per se. So we're making the trip regardless because we have to go here for an appointment. And then while we're here, I've already spent the gas, I've already drove here. We'll go ahead and hit up the store, buy the stuff I need to buy at a cheaper rate, and then go take care of it. Plus, went ahead and dipped into some of our savings that, you know, I have some savings that I don't want to touch, but then this project really needs to get done, and we're in that type of year to where we're gonna have rain. So it's kind of hard to do projects around that, and having to wait for payday to go get materials and stuff like that is sometimes out of the question. So even though I do have the funds to purchase the stuff that I want to buy, i.e. rock, right? I'm getting a load of rock brought in. It's the 2-inch clean crush, or it's 2-inch crush, but it's clean, right? It's been sifted, it's been all that stuff, so it doesn't have all the fines in it, and that's what you really want for drainage rock, because that stuff that's in the driveway, that SB2, that's a sub base layer. Well, it has all those fines in it. It has all that dust, it has all the particles, and that does not let water go through there, right? Once water hits that and it gets it all compacted down, it's almost like concrete. And yes, concrete does, it is porous. It does allow moisture to go through it, but still, it doesn't allow water to travel through it, right? And that's what we need, the actual having the water go somewhere. So that's one of the things that I needed to have the clean rock. And that's one of the things I've already said is that because we have a local quarry in town, but they don't offer clean, right? They don't sift anything. So the guy that I use for hauling our materials and stuff like that, he said that they do have a 3-inch that they consider to be clean, but he said it's still not that clean. It's going to have other stuff in it. It's not just straight 3-inch, because once you start getting to like those bigger rocks, right, all that's really doing is going through like a screen or a screed, right, what's called, and then all the smaller stuff is going to fall down, all the bigger stuff is going to go off to the side, and then they'll take that and then go pile that somewhere else, right? So it's still going to have some things in it, that it's not perfect. But I didn't want to use a 3-inch. That's more for, like, I'll probably use something like that for like the road going up the hill, up the hillside that I did, since that has a lot of clay and dirt and stuff like that, and I don't really want that to wash out. But because it's clay, you also need to have a nice thick base. That 3-inch would be good for that, right? To lay that 3-inch down first, and then come back over the top of that 3-inch with like 1.5 inches, or like the SB2 over the top of that 3-inch, and then let all that settle in. And then once that gets nice and good, then you come back over the top of it with your beautiful layer, right? Normally people will use stuff like a river rock, so because river rock, the problem with that is that it's round and it moves, so it doesn't really like lock into itself. So using river rock, it looks nice on a driveway, or even like the pea gravel, right? Some folks will use like that little tiny pea gravel, and it looks nice, but it doesn't stay in place. So you want to have more of like that really is the crushed granite or crushed rocks, the stuff like that, because it's going to have the jagged edges. Now, some of those things, right, is if you're going to do that type of road, you don't want to have like a 4-ply tire, because some of those rocks will go through that. So you want to make sure that whatever vehicle you have, if you're using a gravel road, a true gravel road, then you want to because you have classifications about dirt road, gravel road per se, but you want to make sure that it's a crushed rock and that you have decent tires so it doesn't pop them, right? At least an 8-ply or above. But so we're going to get over here to the store. We're going to get the materials that we need. Hopefully I can beat the rain. So I went ahead and did the drainage ditch first. That video is going to be coming out to you here really, really soon. We've already been working on finishing up first cage. I still got to go buy materials for the second cage. That's probably going to come later. But right now, we're doing all the preps, getting everything, the final dirt work done, for the water. So I did a lot more grading, on the driveway and on the area, just trying to get a spot for like the water to go. So that's what's going to be coming next, right? And then also, because in the other video for the gabion wall, I didn't show you how I made my tool for bending the wires and stuff like that. So I went ahead and brought you into the blacksmith shop, showed you how to do that. And you don't have to use heat, you don't need to use a forge. If you just got a basic angle grinder or a bench grinder, that's really all you need. And piece of rebar, that's it. So yeah, we get in there, I kind of show you how to do that stuff, and then how we tied the cages and stuff like that together. All right, so look forward to that video coming out here soon. It probably won't post today, but we'll try to get it to you out by tomorrow or possibly Friday. All right, so hopefully you guys are having a great week, staying warm to the best of your ability. Get out there, thank a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Later, friends.